Lesson 2. Open your grip. Verse 29. Do you think you can take over the universe and improve it? I do not believe it can be done. Everything under heaven is a sacred vessel and cannot be controlled. Trying to control leads to ruin. Trying to grasp, we lose. Allow your life to unfold naturally. Know that it too is a vessel of perfection. Just as you breathe in and breathe out, there is a time for being ahead and a time for being behind. A time for being in motion and a time for being at rest. A time for being vigorous and a time for being exhausted. A time for being safe and a time for being in danger. To the leader, all of life is a movement towards perfection. So what need is there for the excessive, the extravagant, or the extreme? As society celebrates that which is trendy, mindful leaders dedicate their lives to observing that which is timeless. Humanity, in all of its glory, is not above or below anything else in the universe. It is simply part of it. Trivialities blind us from the lessons that have existed since the dawn of time. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. Every action yields an equal and opposite reaction. An object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by a net force. Water flows downhill. Applying these truths to life, great leaders simplify challenges, while others confound them with unnecessary complexities and pettiness. When the natural world is adulterated, unjustly monetized, or abused, unnecessary tragedies become inevitable. Mindful leaders do not ignore the signs of imbalance. Rather, they welcome sobering hardships and use them as a means to bring about positive change within themselves. In the balance of free will and fate, great leaders acknowledge that they cannot accomplish all feats alone. With open palms, they support what comes their way without constricting future opportunities. As the pressures of life test you, you may be tempted to believe that more control will yield greater peace of mind. However, no amount of power can put your mind at ease in the same way that having faith in something larger than yourself can. By solely seeking more command, the leader fails to strengthen the skills of patience and self-assuredness. Character, trust, and relationships are all strangled by a person's unrelenting need for more control. The leader who tries to control their family finds them more distant. The leader who tries to control their coworkers finds them more irritated. The leader who tries to control their image shows up less authentic. The leader who tries to control their happiness forgets how to laugh. In our lives, the valleys produce the peaks. Sorrow creates the container that holds our joy. No day will ever be lived twice, so cherish the gift each provides. Avoid playing favorites to the seasons of life and witness how each delivers exactly what is needed for you to learn. Hold this perspective daily, and you will possess one of the greatest secrets of leadership. If you find yourself addicted to the excessive, the extravagant, or the extreme, you must ask yourself about the void you are trying to fill. When you are aligned with your greater calling, the mundane becomes extraordinary. Remember that lasting joy cannot be purchased. It lives within, waiting to be cultivated by the beholder. The softer you hold something, the less likely it is to get away. The more open you become, the easier it is to receive. Watch how much lighter your world becomes when you let go of the labels you have held onto for yourself and others. Leadership practices to open your grip. Number 1, journal a list of 1 to 3 things that you are currently holding onto too tightly in your life. How can you reduce the mental and emotional burden you have held onto in each of these areas by finding greater acceptance? Number 2, delegate a task that you have held onto because you were afraid no one else could complete that task as effectively as you. Stretch yourself by demonstrating patience and trust that the task will be completed to an adequate level. If a person fails to complete the task on their first try, coach them and give them another opportunity before claiming the task back under your control. Number 3, open up and look at the palms of your hands right now. Take a deep breath and reflect on all the things your hands have held onto in your life. At this moment, as your hands hold nothing, feel the abundance you possess within, not needing to hold on to anything.